Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. Time to take a look at football in Millewa country. And joining me on the line is Lewis Roberts Tavian. Great to have you back, Lewis. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Alice. Yeah, look forward to the end of the week and talk about the footy and what happened last week and what we're looking forward to this week. So, yeah, it's been a crazy week for us, but we'll keep on top of it.
You must be looking forward to getting back out onto the paddock. We'll talk more about that in a few short moments. But firstly, let's go to last weekend, and we'll start with the closest game of the round, which was still not that close, really, to be honest with you, Lewis. But Bamble getting over Werimull by 71 points, 99-28, the final score in this one last Saturday.
Yeah. It was a bit of a closer game than I thought it was going to be. I thought Bamble might have won by a little bit more, just being that little bit heavier bodied in the midfield and up forward. They had a couple of good inclusions in Luke Stanbrook and Brad Congress, who's won the goal kicking numbers the last couple of years. But to Werimull's credit, they kept them pretty quiet, pretty tame. So I can only imagine that they just stopped the ball going down there, and that's what's really helped them, I reckon, just to keep within 80 points. But Bamble are strong all the way around the ground. They're really good. So, and the likes of Michael Hewer up forward, and now Brad Congress and Luke Stanbrook all the way into Toddy George in the middle, and they've got a lot of depth. So, no, kudos to Werimull for keeping it pretty close on that one. But unfortunately, that was about the closest game of the weekend last weekend.
There we go. Well, let's talk about some of the other games. Your side, unfortunately, on the end of a bit of a shellacking, 2-goal.
Yeah, it was pretty heartbreaking as the scoreboard showed. But we actually had 9 blokes pull out Saturday morning due to illness and work. So the old COVID's getting around again for us, which is no good. But 9 o'clock Saturday morning, I actually had 7 on the bench and was like, I'm going to cull 3 blokes here. That's no good. And by 11:30, I was looking around for 2 more just to get our 18 up. So definitely we did not have our best day or best team on the park by any means. But also the other thing is when we show up and play, we need to play hard body football, and that's what Goal did. They just bruised us all the way around the ground with Logan McKinnon finding heaps of the pill in the middle of the guts, and Dylan Darby popped up and kicked 11, and Gareth Collison, who's always a pretty handy footballer, he was playing on the wing and he still kicked 9. So we had a lot of soul searching to do throughout the week on Monday and Wednesday at training, but we've got a couple of inclusions and all that sort of stuff. So it was hard work, but anyway, we pushed forward.
Nanji belted by Cardross in the end as well. The Cardross boys really finding some form at the moment, Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't play the other week when we played them, but I've heard they are the team to beat. They're super fit and they're super gelled together. They've been playing together for a few years now, and they've really built a brotherhood around them. So they just know how each other play, where they're going to run, and their best attack of the football, and they played at their home ground, which they know extremely well. So, which I had to eat my words, because I actually thought that Nanzlock would have run over the top of them last week, but no, they definitely proved me wrong, that's for sure.
Well, we'll take a look at the ladder, and you are right. Team to beat indeed is Cardross. They sit pretty at the top, and it doesn't look too pretty for your side, unfortunately for you, Lewis. Meringur sitting at the foot of the ladder. We then have in second place Bamble, Goal in third, Nanji fourth, and Werimull fifth. So what do you make of that ladder right now?
To be honest, I reckon that ladder is pretty well how it's going to finish at the end of the year. Maybe you might get Goal and Nanzlock switch around towards later on in the year if Nanzlock can sort of gel together and play a really good brand of football, which I know they can. But I feel it's going to be a Cardross versus Bamble grand final. I know it's really early to say, but they just seem to be the two teams that are really peaking at the moment. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, I think that that's the best way to do it.
To tomorrow's games, let's start with your side. You'll be playing Werimull. I suppose objective number one is just to get 18 out there, Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple more numbers back from last week. Then we've got a couple of new fellas that have come along to the club as well and signed with us, which is awesome. So we've got a couple of new bodies in there, which will be interesting, and they're biting at the bit to have a run around, which is awesome. So, which is absolutely great for a team like us that have just come off the back of a 300-point thrashing. So, but I reckon as long as we can keep 22 blokes on the park, we're going to try and push again for Werimull, try and stop their midfield, run it down to their forward line, and hopefully we can score more than them and by the final siren.
Looking forward to finding out what happens between Cardross and Goal. I expect plenty of goals, though, Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we saw round one, Goal got out to an absolute flying. Cardross got to a flying start and Goal pegged back. So I'm sure after a few weeks under their belts, both teams will be looking to go at it flat out against each other. So, definitely expect a high scoring affair. But to be honest, I don't know who's going to win out of that one after playing Goal last week. They're pretty silky as well. So I'd still tip Cardross, but it's going to be a close, high-scoring affair, I feel.
Bamble, Nanji, which way do you see that one going?
Yeah, look, Nanji will be a little bit grumpy on themselves after last week, their performance against Cardross. So I definitely think that they're going to come out a bit harder against Bamble, but I feel that Bamble's still going to be too strong. They've got, like I said, the inclusion of Brad Congress and Luke Stanbrook, and their midfield is pretty fit and pretty strong. So I think Nanji will be in it until about half time, and then Bamble will just slowly run away with the win, I reckon.
Lewis, before we let you go, just a quick comment on the state of women's footy there in the Millewa comp at the moment.
Yeah, yep. So we've got the 5 teams. And they're getting a lot better. Like some of the girls out there, their kicking is absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely picking up. Unfortunately, Meringur girls there are a little bit short. So if anyone's listening out there, the ladies that want to play some football, definitely come down to Meringur and have a run around. But they're a pretty good standard. They've only been in the comp for about 5 years now, so they've come a long way. It'll be interesting to see what the next 5 years brings for them. I wouldn't mind betting that we'll have a couple of AFL ladies come out of the Millewa comp.
There we have it. Great stuff. Lewis Roberts, thanks for your analysis and your commentary, and good luck on the weekend. We'll speak to you next week.
Thanks, Alice. That's awesome. I look forward to talking to you next week.